Hi, my name is Ebony, and this is my story, part 3. So, my first video, I gave a summary of my story of my life. Second video, I went over my childhood through high school, and so in this video, I'm gonna go over my time in college. So, my years in college were amazing. They were amazing. Both my parents were clean and out of jail and in my life. My first year of college, I went to a private Catholic school in the suburbs of Chicago named Dominican University. I was originally a fashion design and merchandising major. I had a 4-hour class. So at the school that I went to, you took your core classes as a freshman. You started taking your core classes immediately. So I had a 4-hour class, sewing class. And it was in that class I realized, oh, I don't really like so. So I switched my major to accounting. In high school, we had took this assessment to determine what field you would be good in. And my assessment said I would be good in accounting, so I switched my major. And so my first accounting class I took was financial accounting. And I liked it. And so I stuck with it. But while I was there at Dominican, I was on the dance team, Dominican Stars. Even though I switched my major from fashion design and merchandising, I still wanted to be in the industry, because that was why I even went to that school, was because I wanted to get out of St. Louis, but I didn't want to go too far. But I wanted to go to a city that was kind of big and bustling, because I was a fashion design and merchandising major. But when behold, get there, realize I don't like sew, switch my major. I still wanted to be in fashion design, in fashion in some aspects. So while I was there, I did my first fashion show. I modeled. It was my first fashion show. And I need to look to see if my mom, because I was in a newspaper. I was in a newspaper. My mom had a copy. I don't know if she still has. I got to look for it. But I met my best friend. Like, this is my sister. She is my lifesaver. I met her there. It's funny because we met there. We met in Chicago, but we were both from St. Louis. Didn't know each other before, but we met there. So we ended up being roommates, and both realized I don't really like being here, so we transferred. She transferred to SIUE. It's a school in Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. And I transferred to TSU. And I had an amazing time. The first organization I joined at TSU was a little modeling troupe. Still very, very close to my heart. Still on campus. I think when I joined, it was their second year. So I knew the founder. I knew the founder. He was there. He was still, active on campus. That was the first organization I joined. I was a member till I graduated. I started as a member, then I was the treasurer, and then I became the president of the organization. But Allures has a very, very close place to my heart. So that was how I stayed active in fashion. Even though I didn't want to design clothes, I started modeling. And so a lot of people know me for that reason, because I used to model with Allure. I modeled outside of Allure. We used to do mega shoots. Like, there used to be a mega shoot is different photographers, different makeup artists, hairstylists, models, and they all come together and collaborate. So I was in part of Allure. I was part of a dance team there called Blue Ice. We performed at homecoming one year. We did some other performances I don't remember. I remember we danced to Justin Timberlake, My Love, Justin Timberlake and T.I. No other woman we could take us on my we did a performance where we were kind of doing swing dancing, and we did something else. I can't remember, but I was part of that dance team. What else did I do? PBL ho. So I joined a business fraternity, Phi Beta Lambda business fraternity. I joined that organization. I was a part of that while I was on campus. And one of our most, I played Delta. So I'm a red, Crimson and Cream, Alpha Chi University, Tennessee State University. My line was first 48. I was number 26. I am number 26. So, and then so I was very active while I was at school. It was so fun. I enjoyed it so much. My dad used to come down to Nashville to visit me sometimes. My mom would come visit me. My best friend, she came a couple times. I know she came the homecoming of the year that I graduated. And she came maybe my second year there. She came to visit, but I just had such a great time. Now, they had shuttles on Sunday that would take students from the campus to church, and I never went, because I was after I left home, I was just kind of just distracted by college life and boys and all my student organizations and work. So I didn't really, without being at home and being around my aunts and stuff, I didn't really have any motivation to go to church on my own. So I didn't really go. The one time I did go was I was taking a speech class, and I went to church because we had to do a report of some nature about a speech, and we could do a sermon. So I went to church that one time. In the 4 years I was there, I went to church at one time to listen to a sermon so that I could do this presentation, do this report for my class. But other than that, I didn't really go to church. There was a lot of people though who would go. They had a good foundation, strong foundation. They would go on their own, get on the shuttle and go to church. I think it was Mount Zion was the main church that people at TSU went to. Yeah, I didn't really go. So, I had such a great time in college. Now, hindsight, for financial reasons, I wish I would have stayed in my first school, because I had grants and scholarships, very little out-of-pocket costs. When I transferred to TSU, I had to pay for it all, and I'm paying for it now. I graduated in 2010, still paying for it. So, unless my children want to be doctors, they want to do something in STEM, I wouldn't necessarily advocate for them going to college. Get a trade, because I know people with trades, and that includes beauticians, nail tech people, do lashes, eyebrows, electricians, plumbers. They make way more money than, we were kind of told, go to college, get an education, get a good job. But there are plenty of jobs out here that you can get without making very good money without going to college. So for financial reasons, I wouldn't. I wish I would have stayed in my first school, and for financial reasons, I wouldn't necessarily advocate for my children to go to college. But those are my college years. I had a great time. I had a great time in college. And if you're familiar with HBCUs, homecoming, so this year would be my 15-year anniversary of when I pledged, when I crossed. And so it's gonna be a big, big celebration. I missed the 10-year, because I missed the 10-year celebration because I was in Israelite church, and organization, camp, whatever you want to call it. And I remember I made a post on my Instagram. I made a post on my Instagram, pretty much like saying we shouldn't pledge. And I know it's other people who have made videos about them denouncing. And yeah, so I missed a 10-year anniversary, but I will be there for the 15th, Lord willing. You know, health and finances in good shape. I will be there for the 15-year anniversary with my Crimson and Cream, with my line sisters celebrating 15 years of First 48 DOA. So yeah, so that was my time in college. Now, my journey to God started after college. So the next video, that's when we get into the thick of it, the nitty gritty. You know, the big part of my, like, whew, I lost my mind. I lost my mind. Like, I laugh about it now, it wasn't funny then. It was not funny then. But I lost my mind, for lack of a better word. For lack of better explanation, I lost my mind. So yeah. So next video, I will get into the beginning of my journey to God. So yeah. So, till next time.